In today's video, we are covering a topic that I often hear podcasters asking about combining live streaming and a live podcast together. And that is, do you address your audience live, knowing that you're going to use this audio as a podcast in the future? Let's talk about it today as we dive into using StreamYard for your podcast. Hey streamers, Krystal here, back again today to talk about podcasting and streaming. Now, I think that it's really awesome that you're watching this video, even thinking about how to use StreamYard and a podcast and how it all really works together. But what we really need to talk about today is if you're going to do a video podcast, meaning maybe you're gonna go live on YouTube or in a Facebook group or on a Facebook page, and you're thinking about later turning that into a podcast, you have to ask one really important question. Is the priority piece of content your live stream, or is it gonna be your podcast? Because what StreamYard does so well is they actually create really awesome, high quality audio. So you don't have to worry about the audio or the video being bad. But the reason why I asked this question is, which one's gonna be priority? Are you gonna actually address your audience when you're recording, or are you just gonna record and people are spectating? So let me give you two examples of how this works. So whenever I do a live stream on my channel, I will interact and engage with my audience. I will even pose a little ticker at the bottom that says, put a Q in front of all the questions that you have. That way I can make sure and address those. So whenever I'm live streaming, that is my priority. I'm engaging with my audience. I'm answering their questions. If we go off on a tangent, who cares? We're having fun. We're there. We're doing a live stream. And that's totally fine. But that doesn't always translate as well to a podcast. Because when I'm live streaming, I can share my screen, I can put up examples on the screen, I can share a video, I can do so many really cool things with the features available in StreamYard. But if someone's listening to a podcast, right, if I just took that audio down and put it as a podcast, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about. So this is why I want you to really focus on the priority piece of content. Is it your live stream or is it your podcast? Now, if you want to really prioritize the podcast experience and you don't want people to know that it was something that you had previously recorded, then what I would recommend is going live on StreamYard and not addressing your audience while you're live on the podcast. So you could set this up by saying, okay, streamers, or everybody that's here live, we're going to record a segment of this and use it for our podcast. So maybe you kind of like tee it up and say, this is what is going to happen. We're gonna talk about this, and then I'm gonna stop recording. And what you're really doing is you're just gonna make it in the audio on the back end, you're gonna edit it down for the podcast. But then you can have a Q&A session with those people that are still live on your stream. So it definitely benefits the audience to show up live because they get interaction time with you, but it also benefits you because you're able to create one piece of content in your live stream, but repurpose it and reuse it for multiple different ways. Meaning you could use it for video content, you could use it for audio content, you can use it for a video podcast or just audio. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can use it, but the key is to address which is going to be the priority piece of content. There is a third option, and that's kind of a mixture of both of them. If we've learned anything in the last 2 years, it's that people don't care as much about the perfectly polished version of content. We know that people are repurposing a live stream or a webinar or something that was previously recorded somewhere else is being used and repurposed in multiple different ways. And audiences are pretty forgiving to that. So if you do go live and you have a fantastic question that comes up and you're able to answer it with your audience and the engagement is high and you're just feeling on fire, it was just a really good live stream, and you decide, you know what, I think I'm gonna use that for a podcast episode, then use it. By all means, I'll use the content as you're creating it and repurpose it. Get as much as you can out of one piece of content. But at the end of the day, it is always better to kind of prepare beforehand which one's going to be the priority. Is it the live stream or is it the podcast? But you can use StreamYard to make the two work beautifully together. But that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how to use StreamYard whenever you're trying to create video content, audio content, and whether or not you should engage with your audience or not engage with your audience, or do a combination of both, just depending on how you want to set it up. This is what I love about StreamYard. You have the ability to mix and match and use certain features that are going to work for your content and your audience. But make sure you hit the thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Subscribe below so you don't miss out on future StreamYard videos that they put out every single week. Come back. That way you can learn more about how to maximize your streaming experiences. And as always, keep streaming.